As leaders, we know that there is a real balance between spending time thinking about the future and building a strategy and the current real tactical demands on our time. But the realities of creating this time balance are incredibly challenging. Assume for a moment that you've blocked the time for strategic planning and thinking, but other more demanding items get in the way. You might be asking, how can I justify spending time here in strategy when my team and others are depending on me to get things done? We're just going to talk about the reasons it's hard today. We'll figure out the solutions later, but understanding why it's so hard is the first step. The first reason we just mentioned is stress and anxiety. So the pressure to perform well in both the strategic and the tactical domains can induce stress and anxiety. It's just very real. You often face tight deadlines for tactical tasks while you need to maintain a clear visionary outlook for the strategic planning. The fear of failing in either one can be a significant source of stress, and fear can be paralyzing. It's also really important to understand that your brain actually prefers tactics over strategy. You've got a to-do list. I'll bet you know how to do everything on that list. You know what done or success looks like, and when you check it off, you've got this huge sense of accomplishment and something that feels tangible. Now, earlier we said, let's assume you've created space on your calendar to do some strategic thinking. We're still going to stay in that space. What does success look like? How long is it going to take to develop the strategy? When are you done thinking? What have you accomplished? When is it done? Yeah, I have to create something from scratch, and that likely I don't know how to do yet because I still don't know what the outcome looks like. So I think I'll just go get stuff done on my to-do list so I feel like I've accomplished something. Okay, now brace yourself for this next one. Have you ever told yourself this story? Successful people have very full calendars. They are in all the meetings and their time is in high demand. Success looks like a calendar full of meetings. So if I block time for strategy, it looks like I'm not in demand and I'm not successful. Now we're going to do a whole video just on this, but I know this, the best leaders are in charge of their own time. I know that there are meetings that higher ups invite you to where your attendance is required. But know that truly great leaders aren't at all the meetings. They are dreaming up the most successful strategies and projects that other people are going to act upon. Another one is decision fatigue, and it's somewhat related to the previous one. You are so busy that when you actually keep the time block on your calendar and you have resisted the temptation to just go in and do your to-do list, your brain might be so tired that you just can't think creatively. Decisions require energy. Creative thinking requires energy. Put your time blocks in the part of the day where you have the most energy. For a large number of executives, that's in the morning. Mine is from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. But when my kids were younger, it was later in the morning because I wanted to see them before they went to school. Some people are night owls and they have the energy at night. Just know that you might use more energy to prioritize your strategic thinking over other activities later in the day, just because there's more going on. Another is the conflict between urgency and importance. Leaders frequently find themselves caught in the dilemma of addressing urgent matters that demand immediate action and immediate attention, which tend to be tactical versus important tasks that are crucial for long-term success, which tend to be strategic. So just understanding the balance between the two or inadvertently over-rotating can cause frustration. Finally, shifting between strategic thinking, which is abstract and long-term, and tactical tasks, which are concrete and immediate, can actually overwhelm your brain. This constant switching demands a lot of cognitive resources and energy, leading to fatigue and reduced decision-making capacity. That means that when you create space for strategic thinking, you want to create a lot of space, and you want to resist the temptation to switch between strategic and tactical. That means turning off all your notifications. I know that sounds a little bit scary. You have to turn off all your notifications and focus on your strategic time. That is why it's hard to do strategic thinking, even if you have it on the calendar. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. There's a whole lot more coming.